Hello everybody, it is Jack the Intrepid Train Traveller and I'm here at Waterloo. Now, as I'm sure many of you know, the long-awaited Class 701s for South Western Railway are finally, very gradually coming into service, 4 years late or something like that. And of course, that means the retirement of these things. 40 years they've been the workhorse of the Southwest and South London suburban lines, and as a commemorative goodbye, South Western Railway, as I'm sure many of you have seen, have reliveried one, just the one, but in a traditional BR livery, and in the corner there listed all the years that this train fleet has been considered one of the best electrics on the network, which really surprised me. They're so old, yet all these years they've been so reliable. So anyway, I'm going to take a journey on it a little bit out into southwest London, near where I used to live, and we'll see its replacement a bit later on. Now these trains, the 455s, soon being withdrawn, has made me think about when I first saw these trains. It was my first trip to London. I think I was 7. Growing up in Portsmouth, we of course got the train up to Waterloo, and from Woking into the city, every like minute, one of these would go past. And of course, we were on a zero, so at that point, it being like 2006, they were only like 2 or 3 years old. And then I was seeing these things looking super old and crusty in comparison, over 20 years old. And I was thinking, like, growing up in a like small provincial city, thinking London had all the brand new shiny stuff, thinking it's so strange that their commuter trains were way older than the train I was getting into the city. But then moving here, I'm moving specifically to around here, Twickenham. When I lived here for, I think it was almost 3 years, I would get those trains quite often because they're still running. And we were a bit delayed coming here, but they're still, I mean, after 40 years, still thumping around, still super reliable, and we need a fresh start. But I will miss them, especially that row of 5 seats as you come in on certain doors. I used to commute on one of those trains almost every day when I lived by Witton Station, and I would always hunt for a seat in the row of 5. Once I got to Twickenham, I decided that I had to have a walk around my former hometown, and this is my favourite street in the town, Church Street, which always has flags flying. And here is the Thames flowing by Eel Pie Island. They're making that announcement again about the reason why the arterio service that I was desperate to get was cancelled. I am slightly annoyed. It sort of messed up what this video was going to be. Only half of what this video was going to be. I feel like I got the more important thing, the retro 455 livery, as that's not going to be around for long. It's probably only going to be around for another 2 years. I hope it's the last one they take out of service. And I mean, the arterios, I mean, if they last as long as the 455s, they'll be here for 3-4 decades. And the yard just there, just in front of these 455s, were 2 arterios. And it just filled me with that feeling of what might have been. And now you join me on another day back here at Clapham Junction. unfortunately, the other day, the Student 701 got bloody cancelled at Twickenham. I was going to try and be on the one earlier today, but also got cancelled. But now, the one coming in here at 2:45 is definitely coming. It's just about to get to Putney. So I'm now on board at a 701 for the first time, and it smells like the dentist.
Welcome aboard the South Western Railway service to London Waterloo. Calling at London Waterloo.
One feature I really liked was these mini screens by the doors along with the ones in the aisle. And despite having ironing board seats, they are a lot more generously padded than, say, Thameslink. Although the tables are a little small. But I do think that the carriage fullness indicators are a little more sophisticated than on the 707s.
Take those lines before leaving the station. We'll check please once again straight.
So I've now just got off the new Class 701. Was it worth waiting for and coming back a third time? In the short term, yes, I would say so. In the long term, probably not. I do think, though, I never like the look of it, but inside it is a bit better than the 707s. And the 707s were my main love when I lived in Twickenham. I was so angry when they went over to South Eastern. But I do think these are a bit better. It's not just the side screens, the how heavy is your carriage indicator, or how full is your carriage indicator, but it's also, I saw the pictures, I thought, oh god, not the crappy iron board seats. They're extra padded. It's not like the ones on Thameslink and the 707s and Great Western Railway that are proper brick wall ironing boards. They're more padded, and as a result, they're a bit more comfy. And they've got some rubber headrests, and they've got USB ports. Most important, USB ports. No one wants to carry around a janky plug anymore. You just need a USB port. Step above the 707s, and 2 steps above bloody Thameslink only has slugs in the first class. But overall, whilst these trains are taking forever to get into service, I'm looking forward to the future of South West London commuting. And that dentist smell, it's not as bad as it's been on some trains. I remember on the 730 it was really bad. But that will wear off soon. Give it enough sweaty South West London commuters going up and down that train every day. We'll get rid of that smell soon enough. All that's left to say is I've been Jack the Intrepid Train Traveller, and I will see you in the next one.